Hey guys, today's gonna be kind of like a ad-libbed, candid type video. I'm just speaking from the heart. But yesterday, I opened up my phone. I opened it up to Spotify, and this is something I've been waiting for like last couple months. I've been wondering, like, I don't know. I always get excited coming this time of year of like, oh, who's the top artist I've been listening to, and like, what's my top song, and this and this and that, like stuff that just doesn't even matter at all. And I always get excited because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to just show it to everybody on Instagram and like show them what I listen to. Like they're gonna trip. They're gonna be like, whoa, you listen to freaking John Keith, bro? You freaking listen to freaking No Big Deal, dude? What? Like that's what you think, like when you post those. That's what you think the reaction's gonna be. But like honestly, nobody freaking gives a flying crap, bro. But anyway, so I opened it up. Top artist, which I wasn't really surprised, but was Rufus Du Sol. Kind of like a EDM, calm, chill, trance type band. They're like half DJ, half actual band, so they're pretty dope. If you haven't checked them out, I actually went to their concert earlier this year too. That was pretty fun. But my top number one song, this was kind of unexpected, but it was Reflections on a Hero, which is from the show Vikings, which is a show this is a pretty good show. I actually really enjoyed watching that, and I just listened to that a lot earlier this year. Because I started getting like more into meditation this year, Wim Hof exercises, and I just had that music kind of playing just to calm me out, chill me out. But anyways, one thing I didn't like seeing, and I don't know, I wasn't expecting to see this number, but it kind of threw me off. It kind of actually pissed me off. It showed how many minutes that I listened to music this year in 2022. I don't know if it's a lot, bro, but it just felt like a lot when I saw the number. It said I listened to 22,224 minutes worth of music. And I saw that and I was like, what? What the heck? I was disgusted, bro. I'm like, how am I listening to that much music? Now I know probably like 50% of it was like, yeah, when I'm meditating, or sometimes when I'm working, I'll play a little bit of like trance or movie scores, stuff like that. But if I'm being real, like half the other time, yeah, I might be in the car listening to music, vibing, whatever. And now any other year, I wouldn't even have cared about this number. It wouldn't have been a big deal to me. But ever since about July, when I decided to take like full responsibility for my life and kind of turn a quarter, flip over a new leaf, and just 180 my life, right? Now when I see a number like that, I'm like, whoa, what wasted time, bro. Literally giving chunks of my life away, chunks of my attention away, my mind space. I'm literally giving it away. And I'm not trying to say like music's bad, you guys, and like you should just never listen to it. I'm not saying that. And I love my Spotify, bro. I love it. It made me realize, it kind of made me analyze my life as a whole, and how 22,224 minutes, that's actually, what is that? That's 370 hours that I could have been being more productive. I could have been listening to educational podcasts or self-improvement videos. That's time I could have spent actually learning and growing. I could have been growing myself. I could have been growing my businesses, becoming more knowledgeable. I could have been growing. I could have been learning how to be a better father, be a better husband, be a better brother, friend, how to win friends and influence people, right? That's a book. I could have been listening to that. I got halfway through that book this year. I could have finished that easily. I could have finished that 5 times over. I could have been building my friggin' mental health. I could have been building my relationship with God, listening to like church sermons. And I mean, I've done good this year. I've progressed. You guys have seen it. But I could have maximized 5 times more, 10 times more. Who knows? If I would have traded the music in for education, knowledge, wisdom. And that stuff, it's on Spotify. It is. I never searched that up. I'm glad that number came up now, because now it's making me aware, like, okay, I could be a lot more productive with my time. And I actually kind of started implementing this last week without even knowing. I was getting my hair cut. I went to go get my hair cut, and my barber said, hey, I'm going to be late. He said he accidentally slept in. But he's like, I'm going to be like 20, 30 minutes late. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'm already on my way. So I was like, no big deal. So I just sat in the parking lot, and I actually started reading one of my books right now that I'm reading, called Millionaire Fastlane or something like that. And so I opened up that book and I was just reading it, rather than like listening to hip hop music and just vibing out in the car and maybe lighting one up. Not that I do that, but like, just vibing, right? Like most people do. Like, no, man, I was like, oh, this is a good time for me to learn, to grow. I took notes. I used those notes in one of these new videos that will be posted here later on this next week. But I just really got to thinking, I'm like, hey, and this is not even including like wasted hours just on social media, just swiping. I always tell you guys, you shouldn't be doing that, but I do it too. I'm not gonna lie. I find myself all the time like swiping for like 10 minutes. I'm like, what am I doing, bro? Like, come on, get back to work, And again, I'm not saying all these things are bad. I'm just saying, like, there's got to be a limit, bro. There can't be no more than like a minute or two of swiping and just looking at useless, pointless stuff. Unless, like, a lot of my Instagram now, I've switched it out over the years. Like, a lot of the stuff that's coming up on my feed now is straight up like educational content. And not to make myself sound like I'm on some kind of pedestal or something like that, but I have tried to be cautious and be aware of what I'm actually swiping and looking at. But overall, my kind of thought was, and I think I heard Hamza say this the other day, he said, hey, you think the wealthiest people in the world, the richest, are the ones that are like that are just progressing in life and hitting milestones, hitting all their goals, and just far exceeding and far surpassing everybody else? You think they're sitting here listening to the Rap Caviar playlist all day long, smoking a joint, vibing out to Drake, vibing out to freaking Lil Baby or DaBaby or whoever these knuckleheads are? And hey, look, no shade to you guys. I mean, Drake's cool. My wife, that's like one of her, on her Spotify Wrapped this year, that was like one of her top favorite artists, like played artists. But I'm just saying, these top dogs in the world right now, they're not wasting their time just listening to pointless, useless stuff, right? No, they're constantly inputting things that are gonna help them build as a man, as a businessman, as a father, as a husband. They're constantly progressing, bro. This is why, like, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. I hate to say it, but like, they just have a poor mindset. They're never looking to push themselves, and then they sit here and point the finger at everybody else. They don't actually look here. They look outwardly, but they don't actually point the finger here and look inwardly at what can I do better? How can I change my circumstances? How can I change my mindset? What can I start listening to, tuning into? The rich they have a rich mindset. They have a wealthy mindset because they've put in the work, bro. I hate when people say like, oh yeah, to make money, you gotta just have money. You just gotta have like a rich dad, or like, you just gotta be lucky. Like, no, bro. To be on that successful level and to maintain that, you gotta be inputting things that are gonna help you succeed, that are gonna help you grow. And I'm talking 24/7, bro. You've gotta be an extremist. You gotta be obsessed with building and growing and producing. Even if you do have like a kid who say he got wealthy because his dad was rich, right? It doesn't matter. Say his dad died and he got all his wealth, that kid's gonna lose it. He's gonna lose it fairly quickly because he doesn't know what to do with it. He's never known how to manage it, how to multiply it. That kid, in order for him to even maintain that business, there's gotta be a lot of effort put into it. Every little decision that he makes throughout his day has to be strategic. Everything that he puts in his ears, that he floods his mind with. It's wild, bro. Like, I see all these people on my Instagram, and again, I'm not trying to throw no shade, but I'm just saying it like it is. Like, I see like all these dudes and like all these girls who like post it, and they think it's like so cool that they're like, their top genre is like hip hop rap, dude. And like their top artist is Drake, dude. Like, what's up? Hey, look at me, bro. Look what I listen to. And it's like, I don't know, I see it with different eyes now this year, ever since my whole life has kind of just completely changed, and my mindset and my direction and vision has changed. I'm like, that's not like cool, bro. First of all, these artists, though they're dope, I'm not saying that they're not. If you really listen to what they're talking about, bro, it's just making you more of a degenerate. It's basically, a lot of it, honestly, like Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B, especially. You got you got like 7-year-old girls listening to this crap, and it's just like pornographic images that are just constantly being instilled and embedded into their heads. It's doing nothing but just making you dumber. It's making the poor more poor and the richer more richer. Those guys are just banking off of you becoming more stupider. Wake up, guys. Come on, man. Come on. I'm not saying to never listen to these guys, but I'm just saying, bro, there's got to be a limit to it, bro. You got to start plugging in and tuning in. If you want your life better, if you want your life to just maintain exactly the same, then cool, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want different results in your life, you're gonna have to do things differently. You're gonna have to make some shifts, some changes. If you want to live unlike everybody else, then you gotta be unlike everybody else. You gotta stop listening to what everybody else is listening to. And you gotta start plugging into what everybody else is not plugging into. I don't mean to keep quoting Hamza, but like, I listen to him a lot. I listen to him a lot. Elisha Long, Probably Elisha the most, and then Elliot Holst too. These are like some of my top favorite guys. I've been starting to listen to Iman now. I just found out about him like a couple weeks ago, and they all basically say the same thing though. Like, you have to be extreme when it comes to your goals. There can't even be like really like a balance. Like, oh, I've been working so hard this last week, so I'm gonna take this whole weekend and just like chill, dude, and just relax, take it easy, dude. Like, no, if you really want to be successful in life, if you really want to catapult yourself to a whole nother level, bro, and you put yourself in a whole nother bracket of like just top tier men, then you have to be extreme, bro. There is like no breaks, dude. There's no breaks. It's all gas. It's all gas, no break, right? We're all capable, you guys. Don't think that you're not. You have potential. It's like having a freaking Lamborghini just chilling in your garage, right? The Lamborghini is capable. It's fully capable to go like, what, 220 miles per hour. But if it's just sitting there in your garage with a freaking dead battery with dust all over it, and then it ain't going nowhere, bro. You're not even using that Lamborghini to its max potential. And then if you do take it out, I mean, could you really go 220 on the freeway? No, you're gonna get a ticket. You gotta find a new path. You gotta take a path that nobody else is taking. You gotta go off grade, right? Where nobody's traveling, where nobody's going, where everybody else is just too lazy to go, right? So, hey, it's time to take a different path, my brothers and my sisters who are watching this. I've actually, my analytics now, I've always had like 96% men, 4% women, and now like the women are actually starting to rise up. I got women watching. I got like, I think it's like almost 8 or 9% women now, so that's cool. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. But yeah, let's go. Let's build. Appreciate you guys. Talk soon.